Hey everyone, it's Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you why you need to get a thermal printer for your reselling business. If you have not seen a thermal printer in action before or never heard of one, then stay tuned because this thing is going to blow you away. Now, where I am right now, this is the area where I normally print out my shipping labels. You can see there, I've got my laptop. This is the thermal printer right here. It's the Rollo thermal printer. I'll show you this in just a few moments. Over here, this is the area where I keep like little odds and ends, such as like a tape measure. I like to keep it within arm's reach so I don't have to go hunting for it. That's a little bonus tip here. You can put things in these nice little containers so they're out of view. So especially if you're in like your living area, like where I am right now, you're not keeping it too messy. Your spouse will be happy. I could tell you Mrs. Primetime likes keeping things nice and neat like this, as do I. This is a little barrel bottle that I keep little pens and pencils in, things like that if I need it. And these are things I've picked up at garage sales and estate sales. I love to incorporate that stuff into my business. Obviously, I need a scale, so I keep my scale right here to the left of me. And this is the Ultra Ship 75. I did a review of this scale, which is, it's still an amazing scale. I love it. It's one of my earlier videos, so you could go check that out. When I am not using it to keep this nice and neat, I just take it and I put it underneath the ottoman like that so it's out of view. And down there you could see some comic book bags and some comic book boards. And that's, something I use for my reselling business, being that I specialize in comic books. But, if you have other things for whatever it is you specialize in, you can keep those kind of things handy in a little ottoman area like that too, or some other area close by if it's a frequent use item. Now, getting back to the actual printing of the labels and saving time with that, let me take you through what my situation was like last year. Last year, I had a regular inkjet printer. In fact, I still have it. It's upstairs on the second floor. So what would happen is I'd pack the item up downstairs, I'd come up here, I'd print out the shipping label, and it would print out upstairs. So either I would have to go up there or someone else would have to go up there, or if someone was up there, they would bring it down for me. So my son mostly did that. Primetime Junior, he actually liked doing it. It was fun for him. He liked feeling like he was helping out and getting the shipping label, but he wasn't always around. And sometimes, really late at night, having to go up there and come back down, just a pain in the neck. And I started to calculate how much time it was taking. And I also started to realize how much it was interrupting my workflow, especially if I had a lot of packages that had to go out. So I timed how long this took, and I'll tell you that in a moment. But I'm just going to take you through a just little rough kind of estimate of what it was like last year, and then we'll compare and contrast to what it's like now as of this calendar year with me having the thermal printer. So I'd print out the label from here, and let's just say someone couldn't get it, so I'd have to go up and get it. So I'd get up right here. Now, you've got to believe this. You have got to see Daisy. I swear this was not set up. She's just laying here like this. You've got to see this. Hey, Daisy. Say hi to all your fans. Hey, you just chilling out? What's going on? You've got a fan club. You've got a president of your fan club in Ohio. I know that. I know that. She was just commenting on you yesterday. You are a big hit. If you want to follow Daisy on social media, she actually has her own account that's run by my wife, Mrs. Primetime. It's at Miss Daisy Wobble. So MISS_Daisy_Wobble. She is just a big hoot. Anyway, so I'd have to get up like this and go walk over here, walk this way, and I'd have to go up these stairs. I'm not going to bore you by taking you up the stairs, and go, and right to the left would be the area where I would have the printer. I'd get the label, and I'd come this way, bring it over here, and I have this all set up, but this stuff would all have to be, taken out. So I would, take the scissors, I would snip, 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 cut out the label, I'd take it, and then I'd have to take some tape, and I would tape the label onto here. So I timed this out. This whole thing took 2 minutes from start to scratch, and that assumes that I'm not getting caught up with the tape's not sticking, I don't have to replace the roll, like all this kind of stuff. Those things take extra time. So how much time does that take over the course of a year? How much time, Daisy? How much time does that take? It's 2 minutes. Let's say it's times, let's just say it's times 1,000 packages, okay? So 2,000 minutes, okay? That's what that would be in total. Well, you know what that turns out to be? That turns out to be 33 hours worth of time. That's crazy. That's a lot of time, and you don't realize that until you actually run those numbers. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna show you what the thermal printer situation would be like. And now Daisy's interested, so she might come over. All right, so what basically happens here is you would get your, get your label out. So I've got to get the computer going here. Hang on a second. So just gonna log in real quick, and here we go. So we've got our label right there. Okay, and all you're gonna do once you have it set up, and you can see here's the Rollo printer. It's really small. That's one of the things I did not realize. I did not realize when I ordered this how small it's gonna be. I thought it was gonna take up like this whole workspace, but it's really small. It's 8 inches this way, and it's only 3 inches this way. So it's really small, and I recommend getting these flat fold labels. You get 500 of them for $19.99. And you just kind of, put them right here, and then they slide in. You could get circular ones, and they come on like a circular roll, and they feed in that way. But then you've got to get a holder for it. So it's not that the label is circular. They're all like this, but it's just in terms of how you feed it in. So you would just basically plug it in like this, and that's it. Just one connection here, and then obviously you got to plug it into the outlet. And then you're just gonna hit the print button right here, and you just have to do a one-time setup to integrate the Rollo with your eBay account, and other accounts you could set it up with as well. And so you can see there we've got Rollo printer, and it's a 4x6 label, and you just hit OK. Now I'm gonna hit OK in just a second. Okay, and just watch what happens here. Just gonna hit OK. I'm just reshooting this one part because before I didn't have the whole thermal printer in view, which is kind of a problem when you're doing a thermal printer review. So let me just reprint the label so you could see the entire thermal printer here. Okay, so just gonna press it right now. That's it, really quick. Check this out, this is awesome. Look at that. Looks like ink, right? But there's no ink. It's just absolutely amazing. All you have to do is unstick it, put it right on your box, and you're all good to go. So several good things about this. One, if you total this up, how much time does this take? This takes 15 seconds from start to scratch. Printing it out is not long, but I'm saying actually hitting the button, printing it out, unsticking it, and putting it on the box, that's about 15 seconds. And you could probably do it faster than that, but let's just say it's 15 seconds, okay, times 1,000 packages, that's gonna take you total that's like 4 hours worth of time. That's like 29 hours savings. I mean, think how many more listings you could get up in 29 hours, how many more places you could go to source, all that sort of stuff. I mean, that is just amazing. The other thing that's really cool about it is that it prevents an interruption in your workflow, because if you bring up like 5 or 6 packages to put the labels on, okay, you could just smack the label on it, put it to the side, keep doing something else, or print out another label, or get up another listing. Like, you don't have to keep getting up and breaking and interrupting that workflow. And I find that staying in a consistent workflow is the best way to be efficient. The more you have to keep breaking that up and stuff, the more problems it causes in terms of your efficiency and your productivity. How much does this cost? It's not that bad. You can see there through Amazon, it's $169.99. And as I said, the thermal labels, there's 500 of them that you could get for 20 bucks. I'm telling you, the investment in money is worth it. Remember, this is a write-off that you could take for your business. If you're set up as a business like an LLC, this is something that you could just write off. Of course, the whole thing's not going to come off. It's a percentage of it, but still, it's something that you could use as a write-off, and it is just going to make you more money because you're going to save so much time. Time is money. You're going to feel more productive. it's completely worth the investment. So I highly recommend it. I'm going to put a link to the Rollo printer. This is an Amazon affiliate link. I do make a small commission off of anything that's made through there. They're not paying me to do this, of course. I'm telling you about this because I genuinely feel it will help you. Earlier on in the year, I announced that this was going to be one of my upgrades. Now, another upgrade was this laptop that I have here. It's a much better laptop with more RAM, and I love that too. But I waited to use this for several months before I actually made this video to tell you to use it, because I wanted to make sure that this is something that I was really sold on, and I really am. Now, there's some people who are going to comment down below that they use the Dymo printers, and I don't have anything bad to say about a Dymo printer. I've never used a Dymo printer. If you want to get a Dymo printer, go ahead and get one, because people swear through that one, about that one as well. But I really, really love just the look and everything of the Rollo. It's just great. I have no problems with it. I mean, the only issue that I sometimes have with it is that sometimes if you have to reprint a label, it will come out with like these weird little characters on it. And so the way I found around that is that you have to X out of your browser, come back in, and then just reprint the label, and it'll come out fine. But that rarely happens. I rarely have to reprint labels because, printing it out the first time, sticking it on, you're normally set. The other thing I will tell you is that if you want to have a whole bunch of shipping labels in advance that are all ready, as soon as you hit the print button, they're all just going to come streaming out, and it'll take like less than 30 seconds, and they're all going to come flying out of that thing. The way they work, by the way, I didn't mention this earlier, and a big advantage of this is that they basically, the reason they're called thermal printers is because they work by applying heat to the label. And so there's no ink involved. You never have to buy ink again. So just think right there how much money you are going to save just on ink. For the vast majority of labels that you print out, they're going to be able to conform to the Rollo's 4x6 setup. Now, there are a few exceptions to it that I have found. If people know workarounds through this, let me know. But I've found that if you're printing a label out that's going out to a U.S. military base, those are different size labels, and you have to put a little signature on that, so that's different. Also through FedEx, at least the way it integrates through eBay, I've not found that it prints out 4x6 through there either. So, but the vast majority of stuff that you print out should be fine, as long as it's not one of those exceptions that I just mentioned. And there might be some workarounds that I'm just not familiar with. Again, if you know that, let me know down below. For those of you who use Pirate Ship, it does integrate within Pirate Ship very well, so there's no problems with that. You could print 4x6 labels out through Pirate Ship. And I love how small and compact it is, compared to having to buy this like big, massive printer like the one that I have upstairs. To me, it's just a no-brainer that this is just a great upgrade, for your business. So I highly encourage you to make the investment. Pick up the Rollo printer or any kind of thermal printer. Use my link down below to help support the channel. I do appreciate that. And of course, you will need to get some extra labels. It comes with a few, but you'll definitely want to make sure you get a pack of 500. So go for the upgrade. I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure that you also subscribe to the channel if this is the first time you're coming or you're not subscribed yet. Come to my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. The link is down below in the description section, and follow me on Instagram. That's @prime_time_treasure. Over 350 videos, by the way, now. So there's got to be something in there that you're going to like, and it's going to help you. And I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel. I'll see you all at the next video, everyone. Take care. And let's say goodbye to Daisy, everyone. Bye, Daisy. Bye. See you later. Have fun. Have a good rest of the day getting your beauty sleep.